We pay their salaries. And again, we do not pay them to murder our children. So what's going to happen here, we're going to be men and we're not going to be afraid. You understand that? You do not kill our children. And this psychopath right here, he hired the last killer. That's what he does, okay? You do not kill our children. You are not allowed to kill our children. And Chief of Police, okay? You need to hire civilized professional police officers so we can remain civilized, okay? Right. Okay? And right? Really, and I'm just telling you, no longer are we will remain civilized as long as you deal with your trash. Right. Take out your trash so we don't have to take it out. You understand that?
Now, before I start this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Sherman Lamont on TikTok for this video. So the deputy had a town hall meeting in Omaha, Nebraska, talking about the Janidi Ibrahim, deletion. For those of you that don't know, crawl under a rock, we had another deputy-involved shooting here in America that Janidi Ibrahim, 19 years old, was deleted by the hands of the deputy. So now a lot of people have some innuendos and, so the sheriff saying that they still try to investigate what happened. But then they took pictures and showing a gun inside the car. Now, here's what I'm hearing so far. And I'm just saying this is what the deputy or the sheriff was saying, that there's been, quote unquote, they had a stolen gun, there's been, there's been four individuals in the car. 3 left the car. 1 still remained in the car. Probably it was Janidi. Janidi, I'm trying to pronounce his name right. So then they said that, shots were fired and Janidi was deleted. And so the picture was like, there's a picture of a gun, right? Saying Janidi had that gun, and I'm just going, as there's going to be some questions on that, right? Because so you mean to tell me black people don't have rights, have Second Amendment rights just like white people do? And I'm gonna repeat this like I did in my last video. Nebraska, like Ohio, has an open carry state law that you don't even have to need a permit to carry any firearm. And they know that. But see, you label this man as a threat. See, this black man, like any other black people in this country, are just tired and fed up. We've been hearing stories nearly 500 years now. There has been police-involved shootings dealing with armed or unarmed black people. There have been some lynchings. And the people talk about, well, this is just self-deletion. No, it's not. There have been some lynchings across this country still. But they say it's labeled as self-deletion. Black people ain't falling for that anymore. And the media has been friendly, joking, ha to these police officers, these sheriff's deputies and everything. But we know what's up. You're targeting our kids now, I see. You're deleting a 19-year-old Somali migrant who's his family from Somalia. You deleted a 19-year-old man. And you said you took pictures and body cam videos, 2 different scenarios. And they said that and it's one person, we're just not doing this. We're trying to be justified. We're just letting you know that where he has a gun. Wait a minute. Y'all live in Nebraska. Ain't that's what citizens do? And we don't even know if that gun is, and basically, that you can carry a weapon without a permit in Nebraska. You know that, right? Oh, but only dealing with those folks, not us. Because you're always thinking that we're always going to be a threat. Now, they said that the gun was stolen. But my question is, did Janidi, had he ever pointed a gun at the deputy? Have he ever shot at the deputy first? And just because a person had a gun doesn't necessarily mean he's a threat to you. And we've been hearing stories of white suspects. They had rifles pointed towards the deputy, and the deputy retreated. Or an officer retreated and tried to de-escalate the situation. And now, after all this situation happened, now you seeing eye for an eye stories, or the Rotten Hinton Jr. situations when they're tired and they're planning to retaliate, eye for an eye. That's where they're going. That's where they're going now. They ain't gonna wait for no justice to happen, especially if the officers either not gonna be charged or being indicted. It's not gonna happen. We were waiting for a criminal justice system to do right for years, and they're not doing. It's still not doing right now. Look at these cases right now. And so you seeing now they're taking out the kids. They're taking out teenagers and young kids. And the brother was right. He confronted him head on. He's like, you may kick out a man and a woman, you're not gonna take out my kid, my child. That's a problem now. And fathers are black, especially black fathers, they fed up. They fed up because they're tired of losing their children through police-involved shootings or law enforcement involved in shootings. They're tired of this. Now you see why people can't call the police anymore. Now you see why you see a lot of Christopher Dorners or Michael Johnsons or Galvin Longs of the world out there now ready to strike because they're tired of them not getting justice. They tried this for 500 years. They try to get justice, and then nothing happens to the officer. No accountability on anything. This is maybe the reason why I said that they need to create a law to end qualified immunity against police officers. Because it's the only way they can stop all of this. But until qualified immunity is ended, stuff like this will continue to happen. And I applaud this brother who went to this town hall meeting and confront the sheriff and say, look, y'all not killing our kids now. You may hurt us, but children's off limits. And so now, the thing of it is that when you see a white guy with a rifle point towards deputy or a police officer, and they decided to retreat, you not even shoot or not, y'all fear for y'all life. But just because a black person again had a gun in the car, aka Jalen Walker, but I digress. Just because that person had a gun in the car doesn't necessarily mean he's a threat. You never seen him threaten you or point a gun at the officer or deputy. We haven't seen the body cam footage yet about the situation. But still, they have to remember that Nebraska is also an open carry state. Also, you can carry a weapon without a permit, no matter what color they are. But at the end of the day, they only focus on us as a threat. And it shouldn't be. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.